spelt porridge with red currants.
You brought the outside
And
inside as well.
what's that?
You brought the outside inside with all the plants and planters.
Oh, yes. Um, so, yeah, I found a trader that sells all of these fancy pottery parts,
Yes, I
and
did watch that episode. They're really nice.
yeah. So I will be getting lots of those. I've been trading with the survival goods trader here, trying to get as many gears as I can, so the next time that I go back, I'll have plenty of gears. But yes, I had to cull back the animal herd, and so I've got tons and tons of red meat stew with turnips and cabbage and all of these, with the exception of these 3 porridge vessels here on the top of the first shelf, everything else is sealed. So until we start getting into food not growing, we want to be cooking new stuff, and then the sealed ones can be used after that.
Yeah.
So yeah, feel free to eat as much as you want there. I also did some preparation for what we're doing today in making a bunch of path blocks. So I used up just about all of my Swavite stones, almost all of my andesite stones, and then started dipping into my basalt stones. So I have made a lot of path.
I've got about 2.5 stacks on me. But I haven't seen where this path is leading up to either yet, so you'll have to show me that as well.
Yep. And it's actually good that we can see where we're going, but yeah, that's what I've got. You know,
Yes.
I don't do anything small.
No. Bit more than I have. You
So
do get a
I
month
don't
head
even...
start on me.
Yeah. Can you come and pick up some of this stuff? Because I can't carry it all. I don't really want to have a crate with me. I would
No, I
rather...
was going to... should we grab a chest as well, just in case we find stuff?
Oh, yeah, it might not be a bad idea. So, and also, we'll probably want to take some of the paths or the stairs and half slabs here. I got the stairs if you have room to take the half slabs in the soil path chest.
Yep. So path, where are we? There we are.
I just realized I had my chat wrong. Hey, Tink. Supposed to be working, not watching videos. NDC, yeah. I'm not reading that, but good morning to you as well. That's not an appropriate name for my streams. So where we're going with this path, I've already kind of started it a little bit because I've been running back and forth between the traders so much.
Yeah.
But you know, I did some landscaping over here. There used to be a pond here. That's been filled in. And I kind of knocked this. There was a little bit of a ridge here. Knocked that off because it just didn't feel right.
Do you take muddy gravel out as you're filling in the lakes or the little ponds?
Yes. Yes, I actually have half a chest of muddy gravel there. So this just leads over here to the survival goods trader. Now,
cool.
by the way, this seems like a bit of a bug, but I broke the sand underneath the ladder leading into the trader's caravan, and the ladder broke. Now I can't place it back because it's claimed land.
Oh, right. I'm surprised the sand wasn't claimed as well.
Yeah, you would think that it should be claiming the blocks underneath the caravan as well, so that that can't happen. And that might be something to recommend to Tyrone.
Yeah.
I think he still needed honey. I think I traded everything else. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just such a pain to make all of those bowls. Okay, so the direction of the path. So I think we want to go from about here and branch off in this direction. And so, yes, we are going to be cutting through some trees.
Yeah.
But we'll just go in the direction so that we can get an idea of where we're headed. So there is a cave around here in these trees, so be careful.
Yeah,
right here. So we'll go through here. This will eventually lead us over. Oh, hey, there's chicken in a meteorite hole. Eventually, this will lead us over into the andesite desert, the gravel desert. Or, no, this is a sand desert, yeah. But we'll have to cut across the sand desert. I think actually we don't want to go quite this far south because we wanted to go to the teleport or translocator that we tried to go through last week.
Yeah.
First, right? So yeah, that's going to be... Let's see here. Do I have that one pinned? Yes, I do. Apparently, I have a bunch of waypoints pinned, and I need to unpin them. And my map glitched. There we go. Okay, so the translocator is actually a fair distance north. So maybe we just follow around the lake. So we're about straight east of the translocator right here.
Yeah.
Now, of course, there's a lot of really big hills and stuff in between us and the translocator. So the path is going to kind of have to wind back and forth between them. Okay, so looking at the map, there appears to be a little draw a little bit to the north of us through the desert, and that might be a good place to take the path. So if we run a little bit north of the trader,
yeah,
and then
carry it on from the trader.
Yes, I think that would be the best way to do it.
Yeah, that sounds all right.
And once we get to the translocator, we can kind of figure out where we're going from there. So, shovel. Do you need an iron shovel to do this?
An iron shovel would be nice. I have one copper shovel and an obsidian shovel, and some obsidian and some flint.
Okay. Well, let's just work for a little while and get some of these paths kind of placed out. What I really should have done... Oh, geez. Yeah, this is going to be horrid. What I really should have done was... Yeah, maybe. Tunneling is kind of slow, but I mean, with two of us, it would be a little bit quicker.
I don't think it would be massively slow. I don't think it would be any slower than going over the top.
I just like the idea of being able to see the path from the map. That's the only thing for me. So we would have to have a small bridge right there.
Yeah.
That would be the only thing. And we kind of go past this ruin here. Going to be a lot of trees to clear out of the way. So here's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm going to place down the chest and fill it up with path blocks. And I think I'm going to start clearing trees ahead of the path. And I'll give you my iron shovel. And you can start coming up behind and filling in the path, if that sounds good.
Yeah.
So there's that. I got some shears. I have axes. I think we should be good. And there are some stairs in there. We shouldn't need them for a while. So. Oh, geez, there's a lot of horsetail here.
So do we want to take it forward straight from here?
But that is the wrong tool. So I think we want to... Oh, yeah, we'll have to remove these trees too. So I think we want to go around the front side. I can't clear any more of the leaves around the caravan anymore. So I think we want to bring it around the front side here, and then we'll just shape the edge of the lake here a little bit so that we can put the path in. I think that would be fine. Trying not to overly destroy things. You don't really do much in the way of fighting the drifters, do you?
Not overly. I mean, I do when they're around.
Yep. I would say these horsetail, they come in so handy for that because you make the poultices, and then just when you know you're going to be fighting them, like say when you have a temporal storm or something, you just carry around a stack of those. I typically have a couple of stacks made up and ready to go.
It is something I need to get on top of because I haven't really had any scary moments yet, even with the temporal storms. But I know that as soon as I say that, now the next time a storm happens, I'm going to be right out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that's typically the way that it works.
Yeah.
So I think we should actually be able to cut through this ruin. I think that would be kind of neat. Maybe that ruin could eventually be toyed around with a little to make it look more interesting. By the way, you do know that you can plant trees on sand and gravel, not just soil.
Yes.
Okay, good. Cinnamon roll for breakfast. I want a cinnamon roll for breakfast. Making
I want a
me
cinnamon roll
jealous.
for lunch.
Well, I mean, I had eggs and toast for breakfast, so. One thing about this is I'm going to get lots of wood for charcoal.
I need to get a really deep charcoal pit sorted out soon.
Yeah, so do I. And maybe we could pool our resources, I don't know.
Well, I've already got 4 chests full of birch logs. Ready to cut up into firewood.
Nice. Definitely wintertime projects there.
Yeah, because I'm not going to be using birchwood at all, really. At least not the logs.
Oh, yeah.
Probably use some of well, a lot of the fences and gates and stuff.
Yeah. You know, I do actually find it kind of funny that you're using maple wood, but you're in a birch forest.
Yeah.
And I'm using stone, and I'm in a maple forest. It's just kind of humorous.
Do you want me to go through or over the ruins?
I think let's go through. Let's kind of make it look like there was the ruin here, and it's been broken out to accommodate the path. Let's see here, so we may want to remove that block of dirt. So this is like a wall section. What would be... Got a few extra blocks here. One good thing about all of this is by the time it's all said and done, we'll have enough dirt again to make a whole bunch more paths.
Yes.
And I'm definitely going to be getting a lot of hay grass from all of this, or dry grass. I'll have to combine it eventually.
Just seeing which direction we're going.
Yeah, you probably want to go around the side of that little hillock there.
Yeah.
That'll be great once this is all put in because, obviously iron is going to be a big deal, and where this is headed, there is a lot of iron to be had.
Always good.
Yes. So I've got maybe a third of the first iron vein that I found mined out. And now I've found another one. And so, yeah, it's quite the thing to find another iron vein before I even use up the first one. So I think on the bridge for now, just kind of elevate the path, and we'll figure out the bridge later. Oh, geez. This is going to be horrible. Cutting through all of these pine trees. Actually, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I get tons of horsetail from my gardens. Unfortunately, my large garden that is right beside my storage pyramid is going to have to go bye-bye here pretty soon. Got plans for some big builds there.
Okay, so I've raised it up by path blocks over the water bar.
Yep. I kind of figured this was going to be the case. You're keeping up with me on the placing of blocks. Okay, so yeah, we want to just... This is horrid. I'm going to have to make some ladders and go up to this tree. Because otherwise it's going to break the other trees in the area, and I don't really like that idea. No. Dang it.
So if we slow down, should I dig a trench ahead and you clear the way out around it?
I mean, here in a little bit it will get a lot easier. We're going through one of the most heavily wooded areas right now.
Yeah,
which really
I'm just thinking, would it be
slows me
easier if we were both clearing, or if one was digging a trench and one was clearing behind?
I think the way that we're doing it right now seems to be going pretty good, because I mean, it's literally as fast as you can place the, dig out and place the blocks is how fast we're moving forward.
How close to this water? We don't actually want to go anywhere near that, do we?
No.
Just want to cut straight
we actually, yeah, we're kind of going to go straight, and then we want to kind of shoot south of this next little lake, and then go north into the the desert valley.
Yeah. I don't want to make it dead straight though.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm always kind of wandering back and forth when I make paths, because straight line paths really just don't exist when you're looking at paths like this. And I do find that kind of interesting. I was actually doing some reading at work about the surveying and why certain things are the way that they are, and it's like, it kind of makes sense. I know that acres are a little different around the world, and some places use hectares, and but the definition of an acre in the U.S. is 1 chain by 1 furlong, I think, and a chain is 66 feet, and a furlong is 10 chains.
Yeah.
So very, very strange numbering, but it made sense after I started thinking about it. And it's like, okay, so they would take a chain, attach it to the transit, drag that out in front, and then use the transit to position the end point, mark it, and then move forward with the transit. And it's like, yeah, that totally makes sense now why that's chains rather than it's something else.
Well, we have chains and furlongs and hectares and acres in the UK, but I'm never too sure about what the actual measurements are.
Yeah. Well, sometimes the numbers are a little strange.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really use... We still use hectares and acres, but we don't tend to measure at all in chain at all.
Yeah. Well, and I know one of my coworkers... we were supposed to go north around this. Oh, well, we'll go south around it. No, we were going to go south around it. Okay. One of my coworkers... his dad was a doctor in New Zealand, and I guess it would be something that you might be familiar with too, but people would come in and tell him how much they weighed in stones.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's a stone? Well, it turns out it's 14 pounds.
Yeah, stone is 14 pound.
And it's like, what? Why? That's just a weird number. I don't know about you, but I am running out of food.
I'm about halfway. Moment.
I suppose it's because I'm doing so much tree chopping.
Yep.
I guess if I start to starve, I can go back at that point.
Did you not bring Crocs?
I did not. I figured the path would take us back fairly quickly now, so I was not exactly thinking about that. Sorry, that's my fault.
That's all right. Yeah, I can't think in kilogram at all. I understand pounds and ounces and stone, but I couldn't tell you what. I know that 10 stone is 140 pound, but I couldn't tell you what that is in kilogram in the slightest. I'd need a calculator and an actual conversion chart to tell me what to convert it to.
Yep.
Because I know it's 2.2 pounds per kilogram.
Yep. Yeah, and we have...
I'd have to work it back. From knowing that, I'd have to work it back all the way back to stone and then convert it from there.
Yeah, and we have some guys that deal with international sales at my job, and then they tell us to make up drawings for this piece of equipment that they just sold, but they don't tell us that it was an international sale or anything. And so then we're assuming that we just do it like we do all the time and put down inches and feet. And then they come back and say, well, we need this in dual units because this is going to someone in Australia or something like that. And it's like, And that would have been useful before we made it. Now we got to rearrange everything to make that fit.
Right, what about this? In the UK, drill bits are done by millimeters, but screws are done by inches.
Yep. Okay, I'm starting to starve.
And spanners are done by both. Literally both.
Now that is just bizarre. Now, granted, we do have inches and millimeters on our spanner inches too. So, yeah, I mean, I can kind of understand that. You know, our drill bits are done in inches, and our bolts and screws are done in inches as well until you get down to the really small sizes. And at that point, it gets really confusing.
The one that gets me is how Americans do dates, because it's just wrong.
Yes. And we get so used to it that we don't even think about it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's one of those things, so when we set up things in at work, we have like for the drafters, we have lists that they can go through and look at what drawings need to be made, and you know, we have a date system so that they make sure that they're working on the highest priority thing and all of that. Well, when we put the date down in the name of the drafting list, we put it year, month, day. That way it sorts chronologically, and it's really easy to tell what the newest one is. But inside of that list, there is a spot where you can put you can put the date that it's anticipated to be complete, and pretty much everybody puts it month, day, year.
Yeah.
And it's why? You know, day, month, year, or year, month, date, or day. You know, why do we mess up that so bad? Why is it October 10th and not the 10th of October?
Yeah. As I say, as I say, it's just so weird to see month, day, year.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that would even be worse. Month, or month, year, day.
Yeah, month, year, day would be very strange.
Does sound like someone in the U.S. would come up with that, though.
Yeah. Right, I've got a crock to take with us.
All right. Yeah, as we get further and further away from the base, it'll be more and more important to make sure that we have that stuff with us.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got some granite cobble to drop off. This is another reason periodically we need to come back and dump the inventory items and
I've been
get
doing
everything
that.
cleaned up.
Do you have a go chest?
No, I don't. I'll just make one real quick. Oh, I don't even have any planks cut up.
Not a go chest, a dump chest. Sorry, not a go chest.
Yep, I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a whole bunch of chests because I've actually been using them fairly rapidly. You know, with the builds, the house builds, I have been putting chests into them, and so that uses these up fairly quickly.
Yeah, I've been starting to get some of my labeled chests sorted out.
Yeah, it is such a big endeavor to sort everything. Okay, so what I'll do is I will set several chests there, and that should be able to be where we dump all of the items that we collect through the course of this project. And I'd say we've got a couple hours to work on this, so we're going to get a lot of stuff by the time it's all said and done.
Yeah.
see, that one's empty. You know, I'm going to grab a crock as well. So we should have plenty of food available. And then back out we go. Now, I would assume we probably want to pick up that chest by the trader and move it down the path then.
Yes. I'll put that on my back.
Oh, I'll just break it and carry it because I've got inventory space for it now.
Well, if I'm doing the path. There we go.
Yeah, I forgot that I made the ladders, and so then I didn't have the inventory space. Someday we'll also have to have this all lightly illuminated with like oil lamps or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to pack your inventory as full as you can out of what's in here, and then I will dump what's left, because I still have like 6 stacks of path in here. There we go. So that's, my inventory is cleared out now. So as much of it as you need to put back, you can, I guess. Oh, hey, there's a pig out here. I did not expect to find a pig out here. So while I was working on all the terrace areas, I had a male and female pig wander up. And I mean, I spent an entire 5-hour live stream moving pigs and sheep. It made me a little bit upset. By the way, everybody, just a plain black coffee mug today. Nothing fancy. I really hope that Tyrone gets some merch for the game, because if he were to make a coffee mug, I would buy it in an instant. So now we're going to start getting into some slightly more vertical areas. This, with it being nighttime, it's a little bit harder to see where we're headed. Oh, peat.
Yeah, we were on top of a massive peat pile before.
Let's see here. Let me zoom in on the map a little. So it looks like we're actually going to be cutting right through the middle of this peat pile, which I guess is fine. We'll just know that we need to come out here and clear up a peat pile. Or maybe it would be one of those things that we keep the peat pile and build up like a little peat mining area. You know, make it look neat. Something along the path.
I'm just trying to work out which bits I need to put slabs on.
Yep. Yeah, that's one of those places. Now your job is going to start slowing down, and mine is going to start going faster because we're getting into less and less trees and such, and more up and down, which is going to take a little bit more work on your part. But if I get too far ahead,
I only have 16 slabs left.
Well, we'll be able to make more of those. No problem. One good thing about slabs is they only take 2 stones for each slab, whereas the paths themselves take 4. And I hear wolves. Yeah. And I have been picking up rocks and such. I didn't know that was flint. I thought it was just andesite rocks, but yeah, I have been picking up rocks and such too.
Well, we've got a lot of peat here to pick up as well now.
Oh yeah, and that's good. I'm just out grabbing some stones.
Which
I
way
think
do we want to go?
I think we want to go down through here.
Oh, okay.
Because this leads into that big desert valley. And maybe... yeah, we'll be fine. I'll grab a bunch of peat here. Sorry for getting in the way there.
Oh, that's okay. We've gone a bit of a roundabout way around us.
Oh, well, that's okay. If we need to straighten it out later, we can straighten it out later. That's no problem. Sorry, that was kind of my fault for wandering off in the distance, picking up rocks.
I was just following you around.
It's like, oh, squirrel! I hate the squirrel. I guess as I get further and further ahead, that means that I prune more leaves rather than just cutting the trees down. Nice part is it looks like the sky is starting to brighten.
That's
so
good.
we'll be able to kind of see what's going on. But now we're getting into the desert, and so we will have no new dirt collection for a while. Yeah, I think going through this little valley is by far the best idea. Because I know how rough the terrain is in the other places. Oh, wow. That got really hazy. I cannot hardly see you now.
I can still see you. But yeah, it is getting quite bad.
I just wish we could move those boulders. That is one disadvantage to this area over here. For whatever reason, it is extremely foggy every morning, and the fog typically lasts for a long time. Yeah. Well, one good news is that we don't seem to be having quite the lag problems that we were here the other day.
You had a a cull, didn't you? An animal cull?
Oh, yes. There were people doing it all over the server, which made a huge difference.
I do remember something on the website, on the Orapura website, saying you're not really supposed to have more than about 20 animals or 10 animals per pen, isn't it? Something like that?
Well, I think that was dealing with the Minecraft server.
Yeah.
But, oh, geez, I can't even see. My entire screen is just a big... It's making my eyes hurt. I mean, the ground and the sky is just merging together.
It is pretty bad.
I mean, do you see
close.
My screen? Are you watching my stream?
Oh, yeah. That is pretty bad.
Oh,
Mine's not as bad as that. I don't know why.
I can't see anything. Oh, that's better. I think if you got up here further, it would get worse. Oh yeah, it gets a lot worse. Wow,
Yay.
That's like some of the fog that I drive through in the morning sometimes, where I can't see the front of my vehicle. Yes, that is some heavy fog. Hey there, Atha. Welcome to the stream. And hopefully we can kind of tell where we're going. I'm going to have to look at the mini-map to navigate here. This is horrible. The fog will lift eventually. So is this like a fog desert then? It never rains, but there's stuff growing because there's fog every morning?
Oh wow, it's just got really bad here.
Yeah, I'm navigating via the mini-map. That's horrible.
I'm trying to terraform in this.
Yeah, it's horrible. Well, the good news is I've got a bunch of stones. Now, do you have some soil? Some low fertility soil?
Not much because I've been having to fill stuff in around me.
Okay.
I've got 20. So there you go.
Okay, well, what I will do is I'll take these and turn them into half slabs for you.
Spleep.
Yep. So there's
Uh-huh.
I picked up most of them. So there's a bunch of half slabs for you. And wow, I can't see a thing. This is exactly how I feel driving to work sometimes. I mean, it's like if something walked out in front of me, I would not know about it until I hit it.
Yeah, I hate driving in this. I remember driving back from a festival once at about 2:30 in the morning, and suddenly the fog dropped like this.
Oh yeah, that's...
And then it started thunder and lightning, so you've got the lightning coming through the fog.
Now that's something I have never seen before.
It's horrible.
I'd say typically when we have fog, there's nothing else to go with it. Apparently,
when you're driving through the storm, though, that's the thing, because you've got the fog coming ahead of the storm, but you're driving like 70 miles an hour through it.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like too much fun.
Well, supposed to be driving 70 miles an hour, now down to about 30.
Well, I don't know. There are some people that still drive 70 miles an hour and then they wonder why they got into an accident.
Yeah, and they're usually driving towards you with full beam headlights on.
Yeah, which is really annoying too.
But yeah, the lightning in the fog. Imagine like the biggest, brightest Arctic lorry you can think of, with the full foghorn fog lights.
Yeah.
Fully on, driving directly towards you, and then just blinking their headlights as fast as they can.
That sounds horrible.
It's not nice at all.
So, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but occasionally we get lightning in snow here. And lightning in snow is kind of an interesting one. You get all kinds of weird colors. Like you get purples and greens and blues and all kinds of stuff in snow. It's really weird. I think I've only seen it maybe once, but it is not something that you easily forget. Hey, berries. I can kind of see what I'm doing. Not really.
A few weeks ago here we had sheet lightning. It was just the entire sky just lit up because it was so overcast. But there was no thunder and there was no rain at all. It's just lightning. Just silent lightning in the sky.
Okay, so coming up here just in front of us we have two options. Either we make a hard right turn and follow the valley north for a little bit and then come back out, or we go over a little bit of a rise. And we might have to try to see this in some daylight to be able to make the decision. But I'm going to keep moving forward. For sure, we're going to have to go up to this little spot where the valleys come together.
It's so bright I can hardly even see the time on the screen when I use VS Hood.
Oh yeah, it's
10 o'clock in the morning. Thereabouts, 9:45.
So I went through, I think it was in my single player world, I went through a snow area, and the snow blind, it was just like this, but a lot brighter. And it was horrible. You know, my eyes hurt from looking at the screen. It was bad. It would be nice if things like snow goggles would actually reduce this effect. You know, have the things that are aesthetic and make you look neat, but have them have a purpose too. I think that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, it would definitely help.
I mean, literally, my eyes are watering from this. Okay, so if we make a hard right turn, I'm going to just kind of follow this over here a little bit. If we make a hard right turn, we come over a little ways, and then we have to make a hard left turn. And it's still fairly steep, and then you come out into another steeper drop. So I think, yeah, we're better off to go straight because it still reaches into the same valley.
Yeah.
So maybe we cut this little pass between these hills down a little and put the path between them. That might be what we end up doing.
Yeah.
Or we could just go up and over. Either one works for me. We're getting close.
Let's get the path up to this point, and then we can see like the height difference and stuff.
Yep.
Might be easiest.
Yep. Now, by the way, on the other side of this translocator, it is warm enough in the wintertime to grow crops like turnips and carrots and things like that.
Oh, nice.
So, oh, this is actually kind of a neat little spot. So, whoa, there's a ram there. We're definitely going to have to make a hard right turn here. And does this go down into a cave? Yes, it does. And looks like I've been in this cave before. I do like the fact that we're basically the frontier out here. You know, no one is to the west of us. Oh, fog is starting to lift. Finally.
Yay. This is why we need a horse and cart in the game.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, and I mean, I very definitely voted for better transportation options.
Yeah, I mean, having a horse would be incredible at this point. I really need to bring this up onto this rise, really, don't I?
Yeah. And I do think
that is so much better.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So I do think I'm going to cut this down at least a little bit in between these two hills.
I think we're actually being followed by a pack of wolves.
Nah. Not overly concerned. There's two of us. We will definitely be able to outclass them.
It does make me think that if the wolves had proper pack AI, it would be incredible.
Yes. Yeah, if proper pack AI was a thing, you would get killed all the time by wolves. It would be almost impossible to beat them. You'd have to cheese the game in some way.
I've nearly got through this shovel.
That doesn't surprise me. I've got a couple more of them at the base, so I'm not overly concerned about it. And I'm just using a flint shovel to kind of dig this back a little. So I'm digging this down far enough that we're getting into the stone, at which point it looks better to have it kind of steep.
Yeah.
Because stone actually makes sense. And so this is actually a spot maybe we just kind of dig it down most of the way down.
Yeah. I'm actually going to leave this gravel in as well.
Okay.
Just as that just tiny little bit of feathering. You can still walk past it, no problem.
And I'm going to try to kind of terrain this area a little to make a little bit more natural feeling edge to the path. And then we'll need to probably fill this little crater-looking spot that's up ahead of us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well that's actually coming up on stone, so I think I'm going to leave that as gravel.
Is this looking meteorite-ish?
It's not. It looks like just a terrain divot. I think we can go down another layer still.
Oh, right.
I do kind of like the idea of leaving little bits of stone in it. So that I'm glad you did that. That's kind of a neat little effect.
Yeah, I suppose, because otherwise we're just going to be going up and down all the time here, aren't we? If we fill in this divot a little bit as well.
Yep. Oh, I don't want an axe. I want a shovel. I have all kinds of people asking me, why are you still using stone tools? And I know we discussed this the other day, but yeah, things like this. You know, granted, would it be faster to be using an iron shovel instead of a stone shovel? Absolutely. Can I be carrying around 5 iron shovels? No. Can I be carrying around 64 obsidian shovels? Yes. Okay, so let's dig this back a little, and I'm going to quarry out this one. And let's see here, so maybe a little bit over here by the edge. We'll remove every bit of it.
We'll want this 4 wide. Or either 4 wide or 2 wide.
Yeah, we can cut this other one back a little bit still. So leaving just a couple of stone blocks behind. And actually I have one piece of quarried stone somewhere here. Right there. So I'm going to place that bit of quarried stone down over here. Right there. And so then that'll make things a little bit more interesting. Getting plenty of andesite gravel. Do we need any of that for anything?
I don't think so. It's actually probably the only gravel that I don't use in my pathways.
Yeah. It seems like I was using it for something... Oh, yeah, I was. I was intermixing it into the beaches. It makes it look more interesting on the beaches.
Yeah.
And since all of the beaches in the area are andesite... Actually, that feels about right now. Yeah, that's pretty good. Maybe...
Okay, so we cut through there. Are we going verging south now?
No, we'll have to cut north, won't we? Let's see here. If we go south, so that'll lead us down through this valley.
Yeah.
We're quite a ways south of the translocator here, but we do need to head south to the other mines anyway. So it would kind of make sense we make a crossroads that would lead back up to the translocator, which is kind of in a really hilly area anyway. So yeah, I think let's
yeah, because if we went north, just thinking about the other way, if we went north, we'd have to. I'm just having a look at the map here. We'd have to cut essentially along the pond, along the south edge of the pond, and head. There's a very, very small little hill. Head to the south of that, and then around that way. But it would take us directly to the cave, and then if we want to head south after that, we'd have to come, like, carry it on rather than doing a crossroads or something.
Yeah. Well, and the nice part, if we go south here, we actually go onto the plains in front of the mountains. And that is perfect. So we can follow along the edge of the mountains until we get about to where our peridotite quarry is. And that would be perfect then. So, yeah. Getting ideas, we're making progress. So, back to... And I think we'll have to, like they named all of the cuts on the Panama Canal. So instead of the Gaylord cut, that's going to be the Apache cut there.
Nice.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Because we cut through the mountains a little bit to do that. Kind of feel like let's cut this down a little too, because we have a short distance at this height and then it goes steeply down.
Yeah.
So let's cut this back a little.
Oh, there's finally gone. Yeah. Oh my god, this is so slow compared.
Isn't it just? Let's just remove.
Do we want it? Well, actually, yeah, it's quite far down in it, so we might want it to actually take it all the way down, or at least down to the same level as this part.
Yeah, I want to
do this one quite steeply sided as well, so it looks deliberately cut through.
Yeah. I'm using flint. I need to go over to the translocator and go get some obsidian real quick.
Oh, I've got some obsidian.
I'm actually going to build this up a little bit.
Just behind you.
Okay. Thank you. Did you have flint on you?
I've got 5 flint and I had 39 obsidian.
Now you got a little more flint.
Cool.
I was picking it up as I was going. Yeah, this is definitely not a task that you would want to be doing by yourself.
No. Hunger check.
I'm at about two-thirds down. So I'm doing good at the moment.
My bar started flashing.
Yep, actually I haven't eaten since we left my base, so... I'm actually a little bit concerned about making all of these paths, because then other people know where my stuff is.
Well, you have the things on screen anyway. The
I
coordinates.
know. Yep. Yeah, if people really wanted to steal my stuff, they could. There's no
I've got
doubt
the
about
locations of a couple of traders from that.
Well, I will say obsidian's a little bit faster than flint. Don't we want to leave a little bit of stone in that? That's a little late now.
Well, if it's a bit more deliberate here now, then it would be mostly quarried out anyway.
Yeah, true. And then here I am building a mountain. It's my builder in me. I can't help it. You know, I don't want it to look out of place.
I've only got 8 slabs left.
Okay, well, when we get some soil, I've got tons of rocks, and I'm assuming you probably have quite a few as well. Because
Rocks, yes. Not too much, about 3/4 of a stack.
yeah, I've got 2 and a bit, so as we start, unless you have some soil, I can make you some right now.
I don't have soil on me.
Okay, well, we're just about to get back into soil, so should be good. Yeah, you can definitely tell we're coming up on winter, though. The days are getting much shorter.
Yeah.
Oh, and I finally broke my scythe. So it might be time to actually head back and get some more tools again. Make some more paths and such. We can get this out to where we're at here. Soil. Oh, there was a drifter there.
Yeah, I was going to say it was somewhere around us.
Yeah, he was just right here. I just spotted him walking off into the distance. Flying dirt.
Right, not too bad.
Yeah, we're actually making good progress here. So here's a couple more of the slabs.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, my inventory is most of the way filled at the moment, so probably
Yeah,
just...
so mine's mostly full, but mostly with path blocks.
Yeah.
We are going to need some dirt for landscaping as well, though.
Well, we should be getting a lot of that here pretty soon. Okay, so from here, we're going to head this way? Is that
Okay.
right? Or do we head south through that little sand pass? You know, in all actuality, this might be the point for the crossroads.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Maybe here for crossroads. So we bring one coming this way.
And just utilize the existing terrain here.
And then we'd want one coming...
It's a bit too straight for my liking.
Yeah, I was going to bring it from here. But if we take out a decent amount of this, then we can actually have a bit of a...
Like a little square.
Yeah.
Or a... Because it would have a lot of traffic in multiple directions.
Yeah, the different meander lines.
Yep. Getting a lot of flowers here. Okay, so I don't really feel right about having the ground higher than the path here. Do we just take the path up, or do we bring the ground down?
No, I think it might be alright. I need to put the path in first, and we'll see what it looks like.
Yeah.
It might surprise you. I don't think we should take the path up, at least.
I'm not a big fan of these hard edges here, though. For sure, I want to kind of cut them back a little.
I think that's okay.
Yeah, that's not bad. Maybe just a tiny bit more over here, but I gotta make a shovel. Shovel, shovel, shovel! Got to do the shovel shuffle. Can't do that here.
I should start putting some of these plants down as well.
Yeah, and that's actually one of the things that I've kind of been thinking too. You know, not only is it the plants, but also occasionally we can throw down a rock.
Yeah.
Just make it feel a little bit more natural. Yeah, I mean that's not bad at all. And in keeping with the idea of your paths a little, I think maybe in this area we could throw a little bit of gravel in. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you'd need either cob or muddy gravel, really.
Yeah, it would be a little bit darker in color. This is definitely too light.
It's one of the reasons why I don't use the andesite gravel for pathways, is it's too stone. You know, even the granite gravel you can get away with in pathways, but because this is just so kind of light blue-grey, it just doesn't work for the kind of muddy pathways that you're trying to build.
And you know what? I'm going to plant a tree here. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting saplings too, so...
Yeah, I've got one sapling.
I've got a couple of pine saplings, but they don't really feel like they would fit in this area. Well, maybe they would. There's pines over here, I guess. Maybe I'll plant one of those over here. Right up on top of this hill. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. So, what do we think? Do we keep going forward with the path? Do we head back to the base, get some tools? What do we want to do?
Well, I think this would be a good place to put stuff when we get back. So yeah, it might be worth going back.
Okay.
I haven't got much to drop off. And I'm only less than halfway through the food as well. So it's just getting tools and bringing stuff forwards in the front end.
Are we going to need... I don't think we're really going to need much in the way of soil for landscaping here.
No, I just need stone path slabs, really, so we can go up and down.
And maybe we could bring back some muddy gravel to add into this area.
Yeah, and if you got any cob or dark mud brick.
I have plenty of dark mud brick. Don't have the cob. I think I used that all up. This feels like a place that should have like an inn or something.
Or at least like a little campsite.
Yeah, something. Hey, that's a good idea. Where would we want to put that?
Maybe if we hollow out this little bit. Turn this into like a... well, push all of this back.
Yep. I understand
so we've
what
got
you're
a
saying.
rise, yeah, so we've got a rise on this bit. And then it can be a little bit of a natural place for campfires and stuff.
Kind of want to change this a little to not have so much gravel underneath.
That might be enough if we put these on. Not quite.
So, no. I need to get... Oh, no, I do have wood. Okay. And I will make a bunch of extra firewood so that we can put some piles of firewood there, too. I wouldn't go any further back. Let's just kind of make it into a bit of a bowl shape. Maybe remove a couple of bits of stone.
That's not too bad.
Yeah. All right. I don't know if I like the idea of
space, but
I'm not terribly keen on putting this on sand.
have you got enough? Oh, I've got 64 soil.
Yeah, I've got some soil.
Swap it out for soil.
Okay. Oops. Okay. And I'm thinking to do the firewood stacking trick here. Make people wonder, how on earth did he do that? I actually, what was it? I think it was Prim came down from the translocator and saw, or no, it was Edrastos saw how I had that firewood piled up, and he's like, how? And I can understand the confusion. Okay, another little bit of something that we could do to make this a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
And maybe just because we have some here, throw a little bit of peat down as well. Now people will think that someone claimed this spot.
Yeah.
Maybe another bed? What do you think?
Yeah, 2 beds would be best on that.
Yeah, that feels like a little camp then.
We don't really have much to add here now, but I mean, we could always come back and... Oh,
Yeah.
Do you have stuff for a tool rack?
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. And I actually have a flint axe that would be really good to put on that.
Yeah. I've got a knife as well.
There we go. Nice. And then when this tree grows, that'll be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll kind of protect it from that side.
I've added another tree just on here as well.
Nice. Yeah, that'll be perfect. Well, sounds like a little forward base of operations. Should we go and get some stuff?
Yeah.
Before we do, I am going to place down my crock, get some food. And you know what? I'm just going to place the crock down here and leave it there. Because we'll be back. Yeah, that'll be fine. Oh, this is much better. No more trying to find your way through. Oh, do we want to fix this real quick?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about this bit.
That's gravel. Need sand.
It's gravel. Need sand.
It's funny, we both said the same thing. Perfect. I like it. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I didn't mean to put that on it.
Nice. Yeah, this is much better. Actually have a path. Yeah, we'll probably want to straighten that area out a little, going through the peat.
Yeah, I know it was a bit... I couldn't put anything back in its place though because it's peat.
Yeah. And we can kind of look at that at some point in the future. Oh. We've got plenty of path there. For now, we'll just leave that. We can grab it on the way back. Oh, I see my pyramid.
When you're running it, it doesn't actually seem that far.
We're going to have a couple of spots here where we'll want additional path later. Nope. You might want to keep the ladders. Keep the sticks, keep the obsidian. Most everything else can go out of my inventory. Alright, well, I am going to take a quick restroom break as long as we're down here.
Okay.
Alright, I am back. So let's see here. We probably do want to grab some soil, though.
I've got that stack and a half of soil at the moment.
Maybe grab some basalt rocks and turn that into path. I'll turn this into regular path blocks if you want to make like some slabs and maybe a few stairs. We haven't really used any stairs yet, have we?
No, I tend to try not to use too many of the stairs because as you're walking up and down them, they're a lot more janky than trying to walk up a slab.
Yeah. I know, it's horrible.
Maybe up the really steep bits, but I think even on the really, really steep bits, it's best to try and cut through it a little bit so that you can use slabs rather than reverting back to stairs.
Yeah. And actually, the area between our bases where I'm thinking to put the bees, I actually have considered doing some elevated bridges through those little valleys there.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was thinking about doing like a suspension bridge type thing, but not sure how you'd do that. Probably just a wooden bridge.
Yeah. It's horrible walking up and down those. Okay, so I've got a couple of stacks. I've got a couple of stacks of... oh, here. Let's go ahead and top off the obsidian. I have a full stack of obsidian now. I threw some on the ground over here for you.
Okay.
Oh, and tools. So I've got a new scythe. Do you want to grab the other iron shovel here?
Okay, I'm about halfway through a copper shovel at the moment. Do you want to bother using iron shovels for this?
Yeah, it'll speed things up a lot. I mean, you can see my pile of iron ingots here, and take a look at what's in the chest. The iron chest.
Yeah. Oh yeah, fair enough.
So, yeah, I'm not overly concerned about using the iron at the moment. Actually, my biggest concern right now is the charcoal. I'm down to 276 charcoal.
I've probably got about 3/4 an hour to an hour left I can stream.
Okay. Well, let's try to get as much done as we can in that time then. Oh, I know my food crock was just about empty, so I'm going to grab another one here.
I've got one serving left in the crock and most of a bowl.
Okay, so pretty much...
that's the bowl gone.
Okay, so there are some... Yeah, there's some porridge over here, sealed porridge that's got about 60 days.
Yeah.
So, just trying to figure out... Okay, that's not the one that I want to take. I want to take this one. Yeah. Okay, so if you want to take that...
Oh. One on the table?
Yeah.
Oh, no? Yep, okay.
And yeah, that is a sealed crock, so don't open it until you're ready.
And to open it, do you just take food out of it?
Yes. But we should be ready to go now again.
Yep, I've got slabs, got some inventory space, a bit of andesite, not too much soil though. Do I want to grab a stack of soil for landscaping?
Yeah, probably wouldn't hurt to grab at least a stack. And then let's grab a little bit of muddy gravel and maybe a few other little bits. Oh yeah,
dark mud brick.
So a bit of muddy gravel. Let's see here. Sandstone doesn't look terribly bad mixed into the paths either, but it might be a bit severe.
It's a bit bright for... Yeah, the two I don't use are andesite and sandstone, are the really bright ones. And I don't use shale, andesite, or slate either.
Okay, so I've got a little bit of granite gravel, some dark mud brick, some muddy gravel. Let me go grab a little bit more dark mud brick over here where we were working on the houses, which I have not done anything with the house that you were working on.
Yeah, I need to go back through this, don't I? I might do a midweek stream or something doing this, because it's probably best to do on stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think about doing a midweek stream for it. I need to swap over that gravel for the basalt rock, if you got some.
Yes, I do. And even if I don't, I'm pretty sure by the middle of the week I can get some.
I think it's 8. Just 8 blocks.
Yeah. So we do need to add just a little bit of path right here. Yeah, I was looking at that, and it was a really sharp turn back in after going past the trader. So it felt right to give it a little bit more path there. Boy, the wind is really blowing outside.
Yeah, I don't actually mind the twists through that peak.
Yeah, it's not that bad, actually.
Just thinking, because we'd usually just be running this.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely a lot more convenient than trying to navigate through the hills.
Yeah, oh, we'll need signposts at some point as well.
Yeah. And you know what? I have an extra lantern. We'll see if it stays put. And we might as well just leave this chest here, too.
Yeah, we can use this as a forward base.
Okay, so...
Yeah, I'm tempted to come back later and steal that lantern.
So I'm going to throw a little bit of muddy gravel into this. Well, see, and now I'm the type that, I was looking at your video, and I'm the type that will build it first and then go in and throw the texture in after the fact.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very, very small area.
Yeah.
To do something like this with.
Actually, here, go ahead and put a half slab there.
I really wish the mud bricks gave you some kind of movement speed increase.
Yeah, that would be nice.
So I'd love to be able to make mud brick roads.
Well, I think this should be sufficient for detailing in this area. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay, so now question. Do we go to the translocator first? Do we go down to the iron mine first?
I think we want to try and get both paths leading out of this area just a little bit so that it just doesn't stop here. I was trying to work out, should we go up here and then down, or should we keep it and dig it out of this level?
I think we dig it out.
Okay. But I think it can stay at this level rather than digging out the sides as well.
Stone. Let's leave that one stone there.
Yeah.
Well, I still have a few path blocks left in my inventory. That's it. I am out of path blocks now.
Cool.
You know what? Let's get just a little bit more path here.
Which you think that bit should be taken out?
Making it lower again. Do we want to move everything down a little? Or...
No, I'm just thinking about a bit of a... We do that, and then take that one out and that one out.
if we're going to do that, we will definitely want to put a soil back in right here. Because otherwise this grass doesn't spread diagonally.
Aha, right, okay.
It can only spread on the orthogonal directions. You know what? I'm thinking we move this bed over to here. Nice. Looks like a nice little camp spot. I'm going to move this tree over one block.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Now this area here looks like it has some bits we might want to actually just fill in.
Yeah, I think so. And so I might as well harvest a bunch of dry grass while I'm at it.
Well, which direction are we going here, actually? We're starting here, we're going...
I think we want to go onto the west side of this lake. No, let's go on the east side of it. Otherwise we have to go too sharply west here. So yeah, we'll go on the east side of the lake. So we'll come up here and then along this edge. From here, let's take a look at the map. From here, I think we just want to cut across here. There's a little bit of a space here. I think it'd be cool if we went through the mountains, but I don't really feel a need for it.
Okay, so if we bring the path down onto the right level at least.
Cow parsley, the one flower that no one seems to really like.
I don't mind it.
I think it looks okay. It gives a nice little bit of variation in the flowers.
I'd quite like to lift this rise up to this level. Just to make the path a bit easier to...
Negotiate?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have any soil. I guess I've got some medium fertility, but this is all low fertility in the area.
I might have to dig this out a bit just to give me enough space on this level.
I was thinking going down through the bottom here.
All the way through. Hmm.
You know, I like what you've done here building out the edge here, but I'm thinking right along this edge, you know, so that you come right past the edge of the pond.
I might actually on... Oh, okay, but yeah, I've actually done this a bit premature. I thought we were down one level when we actually are here. So I can bring it down again just here.
Trying to think. Yeah.
And essentially I just want to hug this side now, don't I?
Yeah. I need to get some soil. Oh, you're getting tons of soil.
Yeah. You can do the landscape and head this.
Yeah.
Load behind you.
Ah, thank you. So I'm going to start by just filling this divot here with the sand because it just looks awful. It just doesn't fit. I don't really care for the fact that it won't do anything with the flowers. Getting a little bit too narrow there.
Yeah, I'm just doing it one wide first and then coming back for the second bit.
Yep. Okay, so here, kind of feeling like we cut back along the upper edge a little bit.
Yeah.
That works.
Right, which direction we go in now?
Okay, so that's a good question. There's a couple options. We can follow along this lake
Yeah.
So let's just walk out through them. So we either follow along this lake, go this way, get closer to the mountains, and then kind of thread the needle between all of these ponds. And then we're close to the mountains. Huh, there's a lake ice out here. Or we go around the other side of this pond. Let's see here. So, oh, I'm starving. I was like, what on earth is hurting me? I got to go back to the little way station and get my food. And I'm just going to leave that crock here. Okay. So the other option, we're coming down through here and we stay over here by the sand.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of stick to the edge of the sand. The terrain starts getting really rough here no matter what direction you go.
This is definitely a more shallow path. We can fill in some of the sand with some...
well, and maybe we follow closer to the shore here. I guess there was a ruin here. I dug out an entire ruin. Forgot about that. But we could definitely hold closer to the coastline, which makes more sense anyway.
Where is it we're going to? We're going down to the mountain we shaved off.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so I would probably then follow the water's edge if we can, as much as we can.
Yes. Okay.
Follow the lake edge.
Yep, let's do that then.
So I would say probably aim as if we're going to encircle the lake. And then we can bring off a road towards the quarry.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if we can follow the sand, keep on the grass but follow the sand around.
Yeah, that would work.
I think that would probably be the best. Follow the natural curve of the land the best, I think.
Okay. Oh, there's a cave here. Sorry, it's the explorer in me. I see a cave. I have to poke my head in.
There's a part of the game I haven't really been too good at yet. Is actually going out and exploring around. Been too excited to build. Not excited enough to get the resources in order to be able to build.
Yeah, it happens.
It can get very annoying, but...
Oh, there's a ruin. Two rusty gears is all the more that ruin yielded. Now there is a bunch of aged wood here, which I think I'm going to grab that. It's about the only thing that's really worth much in here. The rest of it's all just granite cobble. Nothing over there. Bunch of saltpeter. And a dead end. It does go deeper. So, I don't know. Not very temporally stable in this area either. More salt, Peter. Ooh, we got a... I think that's a deep drifter, yeah. Well, I don't have any armor on, so I don't want to jump in with him. There we go. He's dead. Here would be good. Nope, nothing. Of course. I can see your name badge up there on the surface.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right underneath me.
Oh, there's another drifter. That looks like bismuth. Whoa! Okay, I placed down a ladder. It updated the block and broke it because it was apparently not attached to anything. Rich bismuth. Nice. May have to go after that after the stream. I think I've been doing, not lime, lawn green. Okay, that's a dead end. Ooh, more rich bismuth. Nice. Oh, that looks like... No, that's still just a deep drifter. Oh, jeez. That was a bit of lag there. Okay, nothing else. So one ruin, 2 spots of rich bismuth. Wait. Is this where I just came from? Okay, yeah, that's where I just came from. So I missed that second passage there. So this goes back up. Oh, well, it doesn't really go anywhere. Okay, I have fully explored this cave. A little bit of goodies, not much. So I guess I can come back up and help you.
Yep. I'm about halfway around the soil, or the sand.
Nice. Oh, there's another drifter. Come on, I'd really like some temporal gears. Flax. Flax fiber. Not exactly what I was looking for. And back up we go. Okay, so do we want to cut this down a little?
Just trying to work out, do I take this a bit more straight over now and just cut over like this? Or do I carry on bringing it around the rise?
I think we cut across the sand here.
Oh, cut straight across the sand, right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, I'm going to go over here and fill in this pit where I mined out the ruin. There's a fox and a ram in here. You know what?
The fox is gone.
So's the ram. I don't know how he had good good weight, I mean, that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Especially when there's no real concept of unloaded chunks in this.
Yeah.
I don't know how far you want to push back the sand, actually. That's actually all of it, isn't it? On the top there? Okay.
Yep. And I kind of want to go back to the campsite and get this meat cooking. I have no sand. So... get to see our campsite at night. There's this illuminated spot. It's kind of neat. Oh, I just realized I don't have a torch. Oh. Not like it's hard to make a fire starter.
Oh, I didn't quite have enough sand. And I make it look like there's a meteor here and just put some gravel under the surface.
It would be nice if you could put a fire starter on a tool rack.
Yeah, it would also make sense.
Yeah. No, I'll just throw it in this chest. Alright. And my inventory fills up so rapidly with junk. And I keep having people telling me to carry around an iron chest as a backpack, and it's like, that doesn't work. Okay.
If we head totally straight from here, we'll actually be putting into a little pond.
Yeah, I think we go just a little bit this way, so that we go just the east side of that little pond.
Yeah.
Was this you?
Yeah.
Or was it?
That was me.
Oh, okay. I'd say.
I was sort of saying, make it look like there was a meteor right there.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was thinking. Okay, so... oh, now you're getting the sand back. Oh, we'll run right through that spot. Why not? Why is there a ladder here?
That's where the side of the pit was.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
Jeez, I didn't think that pit was that big. Okay, so now, planning ahead. So, as we come up through here, there's a couple of
We're actually going to
little...
want to come down this way. Oh, no, hang on.
No, we want to be over on this side.
Sorry, I was looking at you on the map, on the mini-map, and moving, and you were moving too, and so I thought that I was moving. So I was following where you were going, but thinking it was me. And we were walking in completely the opposite direction of each other.
So here there's some things going on, but we want to be, more in this interior area when we get down here.
Yeah.
Actually, we're really close. You haven't seen the iron mine yet, have you?
No, I haven't.
Okay, let's go over there real quick because we're almost there.
I might have to drop a croc in a minute.
Yep, I will too, so. And actually, I think the best way to do it would be to use one. Oh, come on, let me up.
I think once we've been over to the iron mine to have a look at that, if we can head back to the frontier outpost.
Yep.
And I'll drop a load of stuff off there for you, because I'm going to have to head off fairly soon.
So I've been doing a lot of digging here. This is where I get a lot of my andesite stone.
So we've seen bismuth up top, quartz just there, and then in here, this is the iron.
Oh, we've got a bunch of corrupt drifters over here. Or tainted drifters, not corrupt.
I dropped my knife over at the campsite.
I've got mine.
Oh wow, the gear drops quickly here.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
That's
one
possibly the fastest
20.
I've seen it move outside of a heavy temporal storm.
Okay, so really quickly before you go, before we head back,
Yeah.
I'll show you how close the other iron mine is.
So this was the first one.
Yes.
So that one's nearly dug out.
It's not even halfway yet.
I'm going to have to get some food once we get up to the top as well.
Okay. Yeah, and once you pass the spot that had the bismuth, and actually there's some firewood in here too.
Oh, it comes back up really quickly. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna... I don't have any inventory space. Yeah, if you want to place down your crock, I'll grab a bit of food out of it.
There we go.
All right. So the other one is stupidly close as well. So
Do you think it's the other side of the same vein?
No, because we're heading south. Oh, careful. Cave. So right over here. Right here.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Is... If the veins are that big, they're monstrous. But that one was poor quality, and this next one's medium quality. So here is my most recent translocator.
Mm-hmm.
This one goes out to 8,500 by... I don't... Maybe... It was 4,000... by 8,500. It's stupidly far out in comparison to everybody else.
Hence why we can grow stuff year round.
Yep. So somewhere around here...
It would be nice to find somewhere on the equator.
Ah, here it is. So the previous one was poor quality. This one's medium quality. That's why I know they're not the same vein.
Yeah.
But
you
so this one,
haven't really started digging this one out at all yet. So.
No, it's just marked and that's it. And there's not really anything else going on anywhere. I was actually doing my prospecting here. I found the sample, and I went this direction, and it started getting smaller. So I was like, well, let's go the other direction. And I started digging around the ladder, and this one popped out. And it's like, okay.
Oh, there it is.
Yep, pretty much.
Brilliant.
So yeah, we've got plenty of iron. Don't feel bad about using iron tools. Biggest thing is going to be just making sure that we have enough charcoal.
Yeah, well, I'll get started on a charcoal pit soon. A big, decent-sized charcoal pit.
Well, that would be good.
In the one I made on Scalds was 11 by 11 by 3. And that filled up 2 chests. Or about 2.5 chests of charcoal. Oh, there's drifters at the top somewhere. I'm not sure where.
Oh, right behind you.
Oh. There we go.
Nothing. So yeah, that's where the paths are going to be headed. So we'll kind of be shooting in between the mines and the quarry.
Yeah.
And actually, this looks like a good place to cut through here.
Yeah, it might be, actually.
Yeah, maybe. Because it comes up to this end.
Or we could tunnel through this little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
This wouldn't be too difficult to tunnel through.
Yeah. It's a good point. And we're not terribly far away from where we were. So here, what I'm going to do... Where was that? I want to mark where the tunnel would start. Okay, so right here. Can you just stand up here on top?
Yep.
That way everything's illuminated. Okay, so... yeah, right about here. I'm just going to lay out the path a little bit with sand. And that'll link us back into where we are. There we go. So we'll tunnel through. Yeah, we'll tunnel through there. And probably dig it down so that it's roughly the same height as everything else. And then on the back side, pop out and just kind of follow down through the trees.
Yeah, the path pretty much builds itself from that point.
Yep.
But that is going to the second of the mines.
Actually, it runs past both of them.
Right, okay. That's fine, then.
It runs past both of them, just a little bit off to the side of the stone quarry that we made, too. But so this should be really easy to tell where we need to go now.
Oh, not actually that far, are we?
No. We've made it an awfully long distance today.
It's been quite fun as well. It's not been a chore. You know, doing stuff like this is usually quite a chore to do, and it hasn't felt like that at all.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. My inventory is...
Ooh. Actually, yeah, we might have to go back to yours because I've got quite a lot of stuff to dump off, including all the paths and stuff, which you will need. And,
yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Thankfully, since we have the path now, it's not near as long to make this journey. we're able to move a lot faster, and then on top of that, you're not getting lost trying to find your way through the terrain.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest things with the paths. You can actually tell where you're going.
And then if we set up some sign markers.
Oh, did I put a... No, I didn't put a chest on my back. Yeah, I don't think we should change that peat area. I think it's quite good.
Yeah, I don't think it's that bad. I mean, I'm just happy to have a path running through here now. That'll make it to where we can get to all of those resources out there a lot easier. Now, even further out west, there is some massive copper deposits, and that's where the artisan trader is.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of stuff out there, and so eventually we may need to make the path out to those as well. And I can sort through all of these chests here. That's no problem.
So if I just dump off pretty much everything I have, and then you've got it all to be able to carry on with the path?
Yeah. And I'll probably sort through all of this stuff here before I really get to it. Oh, geez. Yeah, these fill up fast.
Yeah.
Just so much junk. That's typically what happens, though.
Right. Oh, it's been a good stream. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah. I've had a lot of fun.
I've done 2.5 hours. It's just unfortunate because of the time zones.
Yeah.
It's coming up to about time for me to have something to eat in the evening for me. So I can't stream for as long as you can on the Sundays. But I can go for as long as I can, so...
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you helping me with that path. It's definitely going to be a boon for both of us, so
yeah,
that's good.
I suppose you'll be carrying on with that in the stream now, won't you?
Yeah.
Or will you be getting on with something else?
No, I think I'll keep working on it for a while. I'll try to get it at least down to where the quarry is, get the tunnel carved and get down to the quarry at least.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Well, actually, I may wait on that end of it and instead go up and connect it to the translocator on the other path.
Okay, yeah.
Because that's actually a much shorter distance of path, and it has a distinct destination rather than just kind of meh.
Yeah, just a path for the sake of a path.
Yep.
Okay, so if there's any viewers on my channel, head over to twitch.tv/NathanWostrel and join in with the fun back over there. And I will see you all next week.
Alright, have a good one, Apache.
See you now. Bye.
Yep, bye.
If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me by subscribing to the channel and liking and commenting on the videos. Thanks. See you next time.